Hello, Tommy. How are you? Thank you so much, Tommy, for joining in the line. Next name is who's here. Hi, hello, who's here? Drop your name, guys. Next name is Tama in the chat. Hello, Tama. How are you? Thank you, Tama, for joining in the line. And next name is Andre in the chat. Hello, Andre. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day to you. Okay, next name who's here in the chat, guys, drop your name, like and subscribe. Okay, who's here in the chat, guys, drop your name. Next name who's here in the chat. You're welcome, you're welcome. Okay, next here we have Jessiana in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day to you. And next name is Nasra or Nasra. Thank you for joining in the live. Have a pretty day to you. Thank you. And next name is Tina in the chat. Hello, Tina. How are you? Thank you so much. Next name is Jacob in the chat. Hello, Jacob. How are you? Thank you so much, Jacob, for joining in the live. Have a great day to you. Thank you so much. And next subscriber next name is Jenny in the chat. Hello, Jenny. How are you? Thank you, Jenny, for joining in the live. Next name is Rushi. How are you, dear Rushi? And next subscriber. Okay, next subscriber. Next name is I see Mei Young in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Next name is Cat Knob. Hello, Cat Knob, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day. And next name is Natalie. How are you, Natalie? Thank you so much, Natalie, for joining in the live. Thank you so much. Our next name is Tahreem. Hello, Tahreem. How are you? Thank you, Tahreem, for joining in the live. Have a great day. And next name is Saima. Hello, Saima. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a pretty day to you. The next name is Azam in the chat. Hello, Azam. How are you? Thank you, Azam, for joining in the live. And next subscriber name. Next name is I see. Chong Ching in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. Have a pretty day. Next name is June in the chat. Hello, Jungkook. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the line. Next name is Ima in the chat. Hello, Ima. How are you? Thank you, Ima, for joining in the line. And next name is Angel in the chat. Hello, Angel. How are you, Angel? Next name is Carmen. Happy birthday to Carmen. Wish you a very happy birthday. Thank you so much for joining in the line. Next name is Arushi. How are you, dear Arushi? Thank you, Arushi, for joining in the line. And next name is I see. Here is Marie in the chat. Hello, Marie. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. Have a great day. Next name is Pinky in the chat. Hello, Pinky. How are you? You're welcome. And next name is who's here in the chat. Azza in the chat. Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a pretty day. And next name is I see Abhinav Singh in the chat. Hello, Abhinav Singh. Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day. And next name is Aru in the chat. Hello, Aru. Next name is Siren. Hello, Siren. How are you? Thank you so much. Have a lovely day to you. And next name is Huria. Hello, Huria. How are you? Thank you, Huria, for joining in the live. Have a great day to you. Thank you so much. Can you write my name in paper? Then I will subscribe your name. And next name is Sakshi. Hello, Sakshi. How are you? Thank you, Sakshi Shah, for joining in the live. Have a pretty day to you. And can you do lantern? Of course, I can do for you. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day to you. Okay, next subscriber name is Lara in the chat. Hello, Lara. How are you? you, Lela, for joining in the live. And next name is Hushika. Thank you, Hushika, for joining in the live. Have a great day. And next name is Stevie. Hello, Stevie. How are you? Thank you, Stevie, for joining in the live. And a great day. And next name is Ada. Join the live. Ada and Jai. Thank you so much. And next name is Sagar in the chat. Hello, Sagar. How are you? Tap on the screen, guys. Like the live. And next name is I see here is Osman in the chat. Hello, Usman. How are you? Thank you, Usman, for joining in the live. Have a great day. And next name is Deepali. How are you, Deepali? Thank you so much, Deepali, for joining in the live. Have a great day. And here is Isa join the live. Hello, Isa. And next name is Juna, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And next name is Samreen. Hello, Samreen. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And next name is Saita in the chat. Hello, Saita. How are you? And next name is Roku in the chat. Hello, Roku. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And whose birthday here? Okay, it's my birthday today, and I subscribe. I like it. Just try along. And my name is Coley. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and wish you a very happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for joining. Happy birthday. And here, next name, I see here, I see Charty in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Next name is Niku in the chat. Hello, Niku, how are you? And next name is Shiva. Hello, Shiva. How are you? Thank you, Shiva, for joining in the live. And next name is I see Molly. Hi, Molly. How are you? Welcome to the live. And next name is I see here is Andrew. Hello, welcome to the live. Thank you so much. And here I see Sarah. Really, thank you so much. Have a great day to you. And next name is Beyond in the chat. Hello, Beyond. How are you? Thank you so much, Beyond, for joining in the live. Next name is Durga in the chat. Hello, Durga. How are you, Durga? Thank you, Durga. Have a great day to you. And next name is I see here is Chalk in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Next name is Cameron Big in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the line. Next name is Liane in the chat. Hello, Liane, how are you? And here I see Deep in the chat. Hello, Deep. How are you, Deep? Thank you so much, Deep, for joining in the line. And next name is okay. Here I see. Next name is Leona with her. Thank you, Leona. Have a great day to you. Anamika, how are you, dear Anamika? Thank you, Anamika, for joining in the live. Next name is Suzanne. How are you, Suzanne? Thank you so much, Suzanne, for joining in the live. And next name is Nadia. Hello, how are you, dear Nadia? And next subscriber name is here is Bob Rita. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day to you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Next name is and someone said I'm waiting. Thank you, Lada, for waiting. Thank you so much. Thank you and have a great day. And next name is Pablo. Sorry, Pablo in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. Next name is Zoe. How are you, Zoe? Thank you, Zoe, for joining in the live. And here I see Tanjo. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And next name is Sam in the chat. Hi, Sam. Hello. And here is MJ. Hello, MJ. How are you doing? And next name is Jaden in the chat. Hello, Jaden. What's up? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And next name is Riku in the chat. Hi, Riku. Thank you, Riku, for joining in the live. And how you doing? Next name is Antonia. Hello, how are you? What's up, guys? What's up? How was your day? Next name is Iman in the chat. Hello, Iman. Hello, I am your biggest fan, Masti Rajput. Thank you. So, Mr. Rajput. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you so much. I really appreciated that. And here I see DK in the chat. Hello, DK. How are you? And here I see. Next name is Wamik. Thank you, Wamik. Have a great day. How are you doing? And next I see here is Louise. Hi, Louise. How are you? And here I see Anthony in the chat. Hello. Hi guys, thank you so much. And here I see next name is Suraj in the chat. Hello Suraj, how are you? And next name is Ava in the chat. Hello Ava, how are you? Thank you Ava, have a great day. Next name is Leona. How are you, Leona? Thank you so much, Leona, for joining in the live. And here I see. Next name is Lily in the chat. How are you doing, Lily? And here I see. Next name is Lorena. How are you? Have a lovely day. And next name is Asif in the chat. How do you doing, Asif? And next name is Ronak in the chat. Hello Ronak, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. And here is Kyla. Don't cry, be happy. Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a lovely day. Next name is Brian. Hi Brian, how are you? Thank you, Brian, for joining in the live. Have a great day. And next name is Jatin in the chat. Hello, Jatin. How are you? And here I see. Next name is Bora in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. And here I see Naomi in the chat. Hello, Naomi. Okay, Naomi, thank you, Naomi, for joining in the live. Have a great day. The next name is Ashwini. How are you? Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bior, thank you for liking and subscribing, Bior. Thank you so much. And tap on the screen, guys. Like the like, guys. Tap on the screen. Hi, Mira. How are you doing? And here I see Xiaofei in the chat. Hello, how are you? And here is Rajinder Singh is here in the chat. Hi Rajendra Singh. Thank you so much. Have a great day to you. Thank you so much for joining in the live. The next name I see here is at Tamara. Thank you so much, at Tamara, for joining in the live. Have a great day. And here is Alok in the chat. Hello, Alok. Thank you so much. And here is Rosa in the chat. Hello, Rosa. How are you? Thank you so much. And here I see next name is Diana. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. Have a great day. And here I see next name is Umi in the chat. Hello, Umi. How are you? Thank you, Umi, for joining in the live. And here I see next name is Judith in the chat. Hello, how are you? And here I see next name is Rosha in the chat. Hello, Rosha. And next name I see Shifa in the chat. Hello Shifa, how are you? Thank you Shifa for joining in the live. And next name is Divyansh. Hi Divyansh, how are you? Thank you so much Divyansh for joining in the live. And here I see Sagar in the chat. Hello Sagar, how are you? And next name I see Gabby joined the live. Hi Gabby, how are you? Thank you so much Gabby for joining in the live. Next name is Raisa joined the live. Hello Raisa, how are you? And here I see next name is Ali in the chat. Hi Ali. And here is next name is Adib. Hello Adib, how are you? And thank you for waiting. Thank you so much. And here I see Sirat in the chat. Hello Sirat, how are you Sirat? And next name I see. Here is, okay, I missed the name. Kelly in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. Have a great day. And here is Kelly. Thank you for liking and subscribing, Kelly. Thank you so much. And here I see. Okay, here I see Bethany in the chat. Hello, Bethany. How are you, Bethany? And here's Arkan. Thank you, Arkan, for joining in the live. Have a great day. Next name is Yuhan in the chat. Hello, Yuhan. How are you, Yuhan? And next name is Tawfiq in the chat. Hello, Tawfiq. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day. And here I see Sama in the chat. Hello, Sama. How are you? And here next name is thank you guys. You guys are really amazing. Thank you so much for joining in my live. Next name I see Celine. How are you, Celine? Thank you so much, Celine, for joining in the live. And next name is Minal in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And here I see next name is Zango. Hello. How are you? Thank you so much. Have a great day. And here I see back here in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name is Anjot. Hello, Anjot. How are you? Thank you so much, Anjot, for joining in the live. Next name is MP in the chat. Hello, MP. How are you? And here I see Jaiva. Hello, Jaiva. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Next name is Shine in the chat. Hello, Shine. How are you? Thank you so much. Next name is Michael in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name is Wafa in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you guys for joining in the live. Tap on the screen. Hello, Hamad. How are you doing? And next, I see. Here is Gia. Hi, how are you, Gia? Thank you so much, Gia, for joining in the live. And here is Angie in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name is Rihan in the chat. Hello, Rihan. Thank you for joining in the live. Next name is Muhammad in the chat. Hello, Muhammad. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. Okay, and Kumar, I wrote your name. I am writing your name again. Thank you for being in the live. Thank you so much. And next name I see here is Lizzie in the chat. Hello, Lizzie. And here I see Dilpush in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining in the live. Have a great day. Hi, Ishan. How are you? And next name I see Donna. Hello, Donna. How are you? Thank you, Donna, for joining in the live. Next name is Zanny in the chat. Hi, Zanny. How are you? My next name is Sia. Hello, Sia. How are you? Thank you, Sia, for joining in the live. And next name is Gigi in the chat. Hello. How are you? And here I see Guna in the chat. Hello. Here is your name, John. Thank you so much. And here I see, okay, at the rate, it's your IG name. Thank you so much for being in the live. Have a great day to you. Thank you so much. And next name is Mr. CMI. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And here I see next name is Zubair in the chat. Hi Zubair, how are you? And here I see Han Jisung. Thank you so much Han Jisung for joining in the live. Have a great day. And next name is Cassia in the chat. Hello, how are you? And here is Anabia in the chat. Hello, Anabia. How are you? Thank you so much, Anabia, for joining in the live. Have a great day. And here is Zainab in the chat. Hi, Zainab. And here I see next name is Leona. Thank you, Leona, for joining in the live. Have a great day. Next name is Miku. How are you, Miku? Thank you for joining in the live. And here I see Ayush. Hi, Ayush. How are you? Thank you so much, Ayush, for joining in the live. And next name is Hello, Zubair. How are you? Thank you, Zubair, for joining in the live. And next name is Caroline. How are you, Caroline? Thank you so much. And here next name is Smiley in the chat. Hi, Smiley. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day. And next name I see here is Jenny in the chat. Hello Jenny, how are you? And here I see Charity in the chat. Hi Charity, how are you? And next name is Unati. Hello Unati. How are you? Thank you. Have a great day. And next name is Jamla in the chat. Hello. How are you? Thank you so much. Next name is John in the chat. How are you doing? And here Joan again join the live. Thank you, Joan. Welcome back. Thank you so much. And here next name is Angi in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name I see here. Kelly. Thank you, Kelly, for joining in the live. Have a great day. And here I see next name is Ari. Thank you, Ari, for joining in the live. And next name is Bhumika. Hi, Bhumika. Thank you, Bhumika. Have a great day. Next name is Nabila in the chat. Hi, Nabila. Have a nice day. And next name is You're Welcome Bye. And here next name is Amin. Hello, Amin. How are you? Thank you so much, Amin, for joining in the live. Next name is Bianca in the chat. Hello, how are you? And here is okay. Here next name is Korea in the chat. Hi, Korea. How are you? Thank you, Korea. And here next name is Katia in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for 100 likes done. Thank you so much for 100 likes, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day to everyone. Thank you. Thank you. And next name is Nisha in the chat. Hi Nisha, how are you? And here next name is Sweetheart. Have a great day. Thank you so much. And next name I see here is Mia in the chat. Hello, how are you? And next name is Yasin. Thank you, Yasin, for joining in the line. Next name is Zoe. How are you, Zoe? Thank you, Zoe, for joining in the line. And next name is Raisa. Hello, Raisa. How are you? And here is Ritesh. Hello, Ritesh. How are you? Thank you, Ritesh, for joining in the live. Have a great day. And I see Lois. Hi, Lois. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Next name is Lily in the chat. Hi, Lily. How are you? And here is Sarang in the chat. Hi, Sarang. How are you? Thank you so much, Sarang, for joining in the live. Chapter on the screen, guys. Like the live. Okay, next name is Malnisin. Thank you. Have a great day. And here next name I see Dahan in the chat. Hello, Dahan. How are you? And here I see Taylor in the chat. Hi, Taylor. How are you? Thank you so much, Taylor. And here next name I see Hedwig in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much, Hedwig. Have a great day. And here next name is Laurie. Hi, Laurie. How are you? Thank you so much, Laurie, for joining in the live. And next name is Shiha in the chat. Hello, how are you? Okay, can you do please like Rian? Okay, Rian. Thank you so much, Rian, for joining in the live. Have a great day. And next name I see here is next name is I see Tizu in the chat. Hi Tizu, how are you? And next name is Charlie in the chat. Hello Charlie, how are you? Next name is Nisha in the chat. Hi Nisha. And next name is Natmi. Hi Natmi, how are you? Thank you so much Natmi for joining in the live. And next name is Sabina. How are you, Sabina? Thank you so much, Sabina, for joining in the live. And here I see Anshu. Thank you, Anshu. Have a great day. And here is Alita in the chat. Hello, how are you? And here is Nisha. Hi, Nisha. And I see Zainab in the chat. Hi, Zainab. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Isak. Okay, Isak. I think Isak in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. And next name is Umar. Join the live. Hi, Umar. Umar name is John. Next name is Kasi in the chat. Hello, how are you doing, guys? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Thank you. Next name is Edja in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day. And here I see Atifa in the chat. Hi, hello, how are you? And next name is Justa in the chat. Hello, how are you? Our next name is Aliri. Thank you for joining in the live. Have a good day. And next name is Jamie in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. And next name is okay. Here is Harvey. Here you go. I write your name again. Are you there? Tap on the screen. And here I see Mackenzie in the chat. How are you? And next name is Zubedi. How are you, Zubedi? Thank you so much, Zubedi, for joining in the live. And next name is Jasmine in the chat. Hi, Jasmine. How are you? Thank you so much, Jasmine, for joining in the live. Next name is Mariam. How are you, Mariam? Thanks, Mariam. And here is LD in the chat. Hi, LD. How are you? Thank you so much. Thank you, Sakshi. Have a great day. And next name is Ali in the chat. Hi, Ali. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And next name is Mukesh in the chat. Hi, Mukesh. How are you? Thank you so much, Mukesh, for joining in the live. And next name is Muhammadi in the chat. Muhammad Ali. Okay, Muhammad Ali in the chat. Thank you, Muhammad Ali. And here is Valentina. How are you? Thank you, Valentina, for joining in the live. Next name is 31 in the chat. Hello, how are you? Next name is Chopti in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. Okay, next name is I see who's in the chat. Hello, hi. Hi, Aisha. How are you, Aisha? Okay, next name is here is Hello, Holly. How are you? And next name Nancy in the chat. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Okay, next name is here is Devalakshmi in the chat. Here you go. Your name is John. Next name is Ikra. Here is Ikra named Dawn. And I see Alice still in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. And here I see CQBT. I wrote your name. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And here is Emily Amira in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. And next name is Alicia in the chat. Hello, Alicia, how are you? Thank you so much, Alicia, for joining in the live. And here I see Raima in the chat. Hello, Raima, how are you? And next name is Charm in the chat. Hi, Charm, how are you? Next name is Tashin in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you. Okay, next name is Asia in the chat. Hello, Asia. How are you, Asia? Okay, guys, I'm going to end the live. I am going to end the live, guys. I will take last 5 minutes and I will end the live. Here is 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last name who's here in the last, Alita. Sorry, Attila. Here is the last name. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next live, guys. Thank you, guys. Bye, everyone. Bye. See you in the next live. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.